Yay, I got my clicker back from Spain. The wonderful lady that works for James Villas sent it back to me. Lost my very expensive bikini, mind. They didn't find that somehow. Anyway, so it's my son's 20th birthday today, and the reason why I'm telling you that is I'm dead proud of my son, and he's 20 and he's ace. And I can't believe where the last 20 years have gone. But last night, he went out for a couple of beers with a mate, and he came back and he's all depressed. Well, he wasn't depressed. He was very laughy and funny, but he was peed off that he was spending his last few minutes as a teenager. I remember when I was his age, I could not wait to be 21, because 21 was the be-all and end-all back in my day. It was when you could do everything, I think. Or it was when it was deemed you could do everything. So yeah, I was in a race, always was, ever since I was born, I think. Whereas Jake's the complete opposite. He's very laid back, wants to hang on to his teenage years, gutted that he's now 20 and not 19. And I just kept saying to him, mate, age is just a number, it's just a construct, it doesn't mean anything, you know, for God's sake. And he's like, yeah, my best years were 17. I went, yet, you know, you've got a lot more to come. You're going to have another best year. And he's like, I hope you're right. I said, of course I'm bloody right. I said, you're just coming into your own. You are a young man with the world at your feet, with a job offer from Google, which he still hasn't accepted, by the way. And I'm just like, you know, you're blossoming, you've got so much to come, mate. There's so much to look forward to, so many experiences to have. You don't want to hang on for the hell of it. And it's just a bloody number anyway. You know, I feel younger today than I probably did when I was 18, to be honest. I'm a very young at heart. Still act like I'm 20 when I'm out drinking and socialising and trying new experiences and all that sort of stuff. And I often think with Jake, because to be honest, I mean, he's had a couple of rough times with things, but in the main, he's had a pretty charmed life. You know, when he got his first job from college, he beat graduates. The graduates that were in there couldn't believe that he was so young and he'd come straight from college. And it just fell in his lap, and Google has just fallen in his lap. So he's got nothing to compare it with, which is obviously an issue, because he isn't realising what a massive deal it is. And actually, do you know what? It's a massive deal to us and me and all around me, but maybe it really isn't to Jake. I mean, I think it is to a point, but he's just not seeing how massive it is. Anyway, I've digressed. I wasn't going to talk about Google. I was just going to talk about age and how you feel. So we're going to be going off in a couple of hours for a nice meal with the family and Jake's dad and his mum, and celebrating obviously our boy's birthday and 20 beautiful years of my boy. But here he is, you know, struggling with this age thing. And so I suppose what I wanted to share was the fact that age, how you feel, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm too old to start something new, I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to do that. You know, it's like what I do with the SFM. People that want to change their life, even in their sort of 50s or 60s, are saying, oh, I'm probably too old, you can't teach an old dog new tricks and all that bullshit. Yeah, you can. It depends on the old dog at the end of the day. If the old dog has got the right mindset and wants to achieve and isn't going to give up, then absolutely they can learn new tricks. But if that old dog is set in their ways and can't see past the end of their nose, then absolutely, then you're right, and you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So this whole age thing that we're also governed by, you know, we're governed by the calendar, which again is another man-made construct, in all honesty. Yes, it kind of fits in with seasons and stuff, but there are some ambiguities around the calendar year and all that, you know, and obviously time, this whole hour forward, hour back and all that sort of stuff. It's all stuff that's been done and designed to make more sense of and to put order and regularity into what would otherwise be everybody's just drifting around, never knowing what day or time it is, and that wouldn't be a bad thing, right? So the whole age thing again is just another man-made construct, because you are as old as you feel. You know, in my game, doing what I do work-wise, I meet all sorts of ages, colleagues, clients, whatever. And I can see a 35-year-old sat in front of me that could be a 50-year-old. And then I can see a 50-year-old that could be 25. It all depends on the mindset and the outlook, and also whether somebody's an old soul or a young soul. You know, I've met many a young person that's got an old soul. Jake's one of them, to be fair. He's definitely been here many, many times before. I've always known that since he was younger, because he's brought a lot of wisdom before his years. And, you know, and then you get somebody else that you meet that's bloody immature until the age of 50, maybe 60. And maybe, you know, this is only their first or second or third incarnation or whatever. So I feel like I'm waffling on a bit, but the point of the video really is, don't let your age get you down. Don't let it hold you. Don't let it hold you to not do what you want to do, whether you feel you're too young to go for something or whether you feel you're too old to start something. It's all bullshit and it's all relative. It's how you feel up here, not what your birth certificate's telling you, and not what society's telling you. So yeah, it just sort of spurred that on for me really, because it is bullshit. You're as old as you feel, or the man that you feel, lol. But live your life how you want to live your life. And if you're watching this video, the chances are that you want a bit more out of life. The chances are you're a bit more young at heart. The chances are you're a bit more risk favourable. So just go for it. It doesn't matter how young, old you are. Just do whatever it is you want to do right here, right now, because we never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So I'm going to leave it there. Until the next time. Bye-bye.